Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our NBA live segment for Thursday, January 31st. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. And if you haven't came and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily Fanduel and Draftkings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure and come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So, hey, what up, Jeremy?
Yo.
Well, man, crazy news today. We talked about that earlier. Man, hey, a lot of stuff going on in the NBA right now for sure. So, hey, man, real quick, before we do jump into this video, if you guys don't mind, please take that quick second for me. Click the like button down below. Hey, man, that helps me out. Really appreciate that from you guys. Yeah, man. So today we're going to do this video a little bit different, while we're waiting for some questions. Instead of us just kind of keep rambling on about, kind of how we feel. I'm going to quickly give you my cash game core. Jeremy's going to quickly give you his cash game core. And then we're just going to kind of go from there. So, I mean, if you want, I'll go first real quick. Some guys that I think that you probably should have in cash games. First thing first, I think I really, really like Brunson. He's going to be a really good value play for Dallas. He's going to be my first cash game core play. My second cash game core plays are both going to be from the shooting guard position. I'm really liking Lou Williams from the Clippers, and I'm really liking Chris Middleton. I definitely think he's very underpriced. And, me and Jeremy have been talking about this. We pretty much just want exposure from 3 games. It's the Milwaukee game, Milwaukee and Toronto, Lakers and Clippers, and Philadelphia and Golden State. And then outside of that, obviously you have to have some Dallas guys. That's where all the value is with the big trade. But we don't really want to look outside of those games. So, I mean, we're really sticking to that. So, I mean, my core plays for cash games, it's going to be Brunson, Middleton, Lou Williams, and I'm taking both shooting guards. And I'm going Giannis, and I'm going Durant. And then I'm giving you guys a bonus one because I think one that you have to absolutely have in your line today is Powell. So, I mean, I'm making up almost the whole entire line for you guys. So that's really the guys that I'm really feeling comfortable with in cash games. You can kind of take it for what you want it. Who do you think is a little bit more GPP plays along those kind of lines, Jeremy?
I mean, let's look at Dallas first of all, and I'll give you the kind of the guys that are the GPP options here. Jalen Brunson will be chalkier, obviously, than Devin Harris. I think Devin Harris is a GPP play for sure. Would I have him in my core? I'm not sure. There's a lot of value that's opened up also with Corey Joseph starting. You could also look at a guy who's probably completely off the radar, but he's in a really high-scoring game tonight, and that's Landry Shamet. The guy's getting 20 minutes, so I'll break those guys down as more tournament plays and pivots off of Jalen Brunson at the same price point. I'm okay with Shamet in this game if you want to play him in tournaments over Jalen Brunson. I'm also okay with Devin Harris. I mean, the guy's going to start. He's 3.5. I talked about him on the shoot-around. And then Mary J is a good drop spot play at center tonight if you want to go and kind of get a little bit different with which Dallas players you're going to get exposure to. But Mary J at 3.5 coming off the bench probably won't get much run against Drummond. It'll be more against Zaza Pachulia, a former teammate, and a guy he's probably comfortable with practicing against, so he knows him and they know each other. So Mary J, I think, can get you 18. I think Mary J can honestly get you 6x tonight. I think get you 18, 19 fantasy points. So that would be a good drop spot play for me. So, I'll go to Milwaukee side of it. The tournament version, I think, you look at Malcolm Brogdon. He's played solid against Toronto this year. That's really the tournament play there. Giannis at 11.5. I'm having a hard time fading Giannis tonight. Brooklyn, San Antonio, just the way a lot of the builds went, I don't have a problem with DeMar DeRozan. I think that the way builds go tonight, I think there's kind of money left over. You and I have built lineups 9,000 different ways today, and there always seems to be room to put DeMar DeRozan and Lou Williams together. And that would be completely different than what I think a lot of the people are going to do tonight. As far as the Lakers go, Kuzma's the guy that we talked about earlier that, he's probable. He practiced yesterday. He went to the shoot-around today, and he just seems like the guy who's going to get overlooked. And he's in a really good spot for one, and his price is really, really fair for two. And then in the last game, Embiid, I think is a really solid tournament play. I think it's a different way to build a lineup today with Embiid, and then you could go with Corey Joseph and Jalen Brunson as your a point guard. So that's kind of where I'm at for tournaments. The guys that I'm kind of going and pivoting off of, and the different ways that I'm building.
Yeah, so real quick, I just kind of just talked about it real quick, and Rich Block, he misunderstood if I was talking about Powell or Powell, so I just quickly put it up for you guys. So this is the core that I was talking about that I really like Brunson at point guard. Definitely think the guy's going to be pretty high owned. Lou Williams is in a really good spot here in an up and down game against the Lakers. I'm hoping that what's his name, Avery Bradley is ruled out. I think that would be even a couple more minutes for Lou Williams. But either way, I like him. Antetokounmpo, I just think he's in an awesome spot right here. It's going to be a very competitive game. And I definitely think he's going to be ready for this game. Kevin Durant, I just think he's a very, very good price tag. And this game, I feel, is going to stay pretty close as well. And then I feel Dwight Powell is just going to be 80% owned. He's going to be a real high-owned, cheap guy. So you just got to put those guys in there, and you can pretty much get what you want today. So this is going to be my cash game core right here. Just wanted to put it up so you can physically see it. So, yeah, man. So, I mean, outside of our cores, I mean, what is your thoughts on today's slate? Definitely, I mean, we mentioned it earlier, not going to be a cash game slate. Today's going to be a strictly GPP slate. It's going to be crazy high scoring tonight. I expect cash lines to probably be around 330, 340. Like, it's going to be one of those kind of nights.
Real quick, I like Dorian Finney-Smith at his price point. He's already been getting some run in the last 2 games. Obviously going to start, it looks like, tonight. You have to like him. I've mentioned all year long that I like perimeter players against Detroit as well. So, I like him. I do. This is a crazy game, though, man. It's a crazy game.
AJ, real quick. So real quick, while our boy Bubba Harville jumped into our to our live chat right now, I just wanted to say, go check out the website. Bubba Harville, he does write a daily article for us, NBA Value Street. He does a really good job with that every single day, kind of breaking down the guys that he feels are either underpriced or really good guys. Or that are guys in really good spots, based on, the starter being injured. So a guy's cheap, he's going to get a starting job for the day, etc. So make sure to go on the site, check out the NBA Value Street article. Bubba does knock that out every day, and that's a really good piece to read day in and day out.
Yeah, for sure. Christopher Choice, I'll just add to that really quick, man, in the answer I gave you. And my whole point is, if you're going to play Dorian Finney-Smith, make sure it's in tournaments. And I wouldn't go crazy with the exposure on that, because when you look at the way things are built today on FanDuel especially, I mean, there's value. You got a ton of value that's opened up at point guard. And we can look right down here and you see Shabazz Napier at 5.7 is probably where that leads off. Shabazz Napier is playing really well. We talked about in the shoot-around video. Second guy is Reggie Jackson. I mean, he's going to go against nobody basically in Dallas, and he's just coming off a big monster game he had. And then Corey Joseph starting at 4.4. There's 3 guys right there that you could pair up with Jalen Brunson and not have to pay up at point guard. So if you're going to go, to me, you're going to go contrarian by loading up, 2 guys. Like if you load up a Ben Simmons and Steph Curry, that's way off the board of contrarian. So Dorian Finney-Smith, my point, when you start looking at power forward, I have no problem loading up both Kleiber and Dwight Powell. You kind of look at power forward and who you want to pay for. Aldridge's in a really good spot at 9.6. Is he in a better spot than Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, or Kevin Durant? I don't think so personally, but I could be wrong there. And then you go down and you got Ibaka and Siakam, who've had monster games 3 different times against Toronto, met value in those. And then you go down, you got Kleiber, and you got Dwight Powell. So the spot that I see that you want to pay up at, and if you want to look at center, we can look at center really quick. You can start with Zubac, right? I mean, because it's really, are you going to play Cousins, or are you going to play, Turner to me not in play, Lopez not in play, Jared Allen maybe, but Zubac is the first real comfortable play. McGee, Looney. And then, you could punt with Merige or with who I think is probably going to get you 18, 19 fantasy points tonight, or go all the way down to Gortat. So the value is at other spots tonight. I don't really know if you need to go get Dorian Finney-Smith, because you can get Giannis and at least Brandon Ingram, or Kawhi and Brandon Ingram, or Giannis and Leonard. You can get that tonight. So I don't know if you need Dorian Finney-Smith at all.
Yeah, man. No, I get you for sure. I think tonight's going to be very interesting. That's for sure. I think there's a bunch of different ways that you could go. So, I mean, if you guys got any more questions, feel free to hit them down below. If not, I'm about to get up out of here. I got to get this cash line finished up. Feeling pretty good about tonight. But yeah, man, I mean, a lot of value. Going to be a very, very high scoring night. Like I said, I mean, you target 3 games pretty much. You just target that Warriors and Philadelphia game, Lakers Clippers game, and you get some of the Milwaukee Toronto, and then you got to go with the Dallas value. I mean, that's really where tonight's going to be at, and it's going to be like, hey, you just got to get the right combination and make sure that you're getting some solid floors. With your lineups is really what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean to take a look at the shooting guard position as well. I mean, if we look at shooting guard, to me, the guys you're looking at, if you want to pay up for Butler, that's up to you in tournaments as contrarian. But DeMar DeRozan's kind of the pay up spot, in my opinion, at 8,000. It's kind of the ceiling. And then you got Middleton, Lou Williams, Klay Thompson. Those are the real mid-tier plays. And then I wouldn't go – I think there's 2 or 3 other guys possibly in play, and that's Ross and Pope, really. Those are the other guys that I think are really in play there. And I think Pope is – a guy that's becoming a really good tournament play, in my opinion, based on the way things are breaking down, that allows you to probably go and get a center with the way things are constructed today.
Yeah. Final question. Pinche Baracho wants to know if Rondo's a fade for Fanduel with the value. I actually really like Rondo, and I think because of all the value, he's going to be lower owned, and he's been a guy that I've had on my radar all day long. So I definitely think Rondo is in play for GPPs. You could possibly consider for cash gains as well. I like him in this spot. So, hey, man, I think that's about all that we got for you guys. If you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single day, you want to run the optimizer max inner with the 150 lineups, or you want to just get some solid content and slate breakdowns, hey, visit the site, dfscheatsheet.com. Stop missing out. Join the money team. And hey, good luck on your guys' contest tonight. All right, guys? Peace out.